Hey everybody, this is Anna, and I'm trying something new just to see if how you guys respond to it. I tried to do a special tarot spread on the full and the new moons because each of them have their own kind of work, and I thought I would share my full moon meditation with you this first day of January since it's a super moon, so that means that there's a lot of good energy happening here around releasing. So I'm just going to share the spread that came up for me because very often we discover that what's happening for one of us is happening for many of us. I would love to hear how this connects to you in the messages below so I can find out if this is something I should continue. So anyway, the first question that was asked is, what have I created and manifested since the new moon? Because between the new moon to the full moon, that's when you're making stuff happen. And the card that came up for me is the Star, which is such a great card. And for me, I feel like it really does connect. The Star is about after you've come through a big transition and you've been kind of exhausted and worn out, the Star is the place where you are renewed in your faith in yourself. So the woman here is pouring water in the pool and on the ground, and she's naked, which means she is coming into her own skin in a way that's very powerful and comfortable. The stars in the sky represent, there's 7 of them, they represent all 7 chakras. So it's like your entire self is being cleansed and renewed, and you're getting back in touch with your wisdom. So to me, that has been true the last couple of weeks of me like getting in touch with who I really, really am and trusting myself more and more to know the way I should go instead of constantly seeking other people's advice or other people's way, really knowing that I can find my way. And at the end of this huge transition, feeling renewed in that. Okay, so the second question was, where am I now? And I have the 4 of Swords reversed. Now, the 4 of Swords upright is about like kind of letting yourself have a retreat. Like often, again, after you go through a time of trauma, there's a time where you need to let your mind rest. Swords are connected to the mind. So it's kind of like letting yourself rest, letting yourself be at peace, giving yourself time to recalibrate. Now, the reversal of this tells me that I've actually completed this time of retreat. I've sort of stepped back from my mind. For a while, my mind was really running things and I was strategizing and worrying what I was doing wrong and what's the right thing to do. And I feel like I've sort of stepped back from that into letting go of my mind having to understand things or strategizing just because other people do it that way. And instead, really trusting that my mind can follow the instincts of my heart and that I can choose things that feel good, that feel free and comfortable for me, not things that are hard just because no pain, no gain. Like the idea of releasing no pain, no gain. I don't have to work hard to do what I'm supposed to do in the world. It will flow through me naturally. The next question is, what is coming into my conscious awareness? I have another sword card, the Page of Swords reversed. So I feel like this also tells me the Page of Swords upright is like a student energy. They're looking for their master. They're looking to take a new course or find a new quest, and they're all excited. They're a student. The reversal of this tells me that I'm not a student. Like there was a time in my life where I needed to take courses and have mentors and have lots of people give me their advice, but I'm not a student any longer. I have graduated from being the page, and I am in a place now where I have some mastery, I have some authority, and I need to start exercising that in confidence instead of constantly going back to the beginning. And I think a lot of people who work in metaphysics or healing or my kind of field always want to do another course, but in reality, you already have these intuitive gifts before you start, and you just need a few tools. And once you've got the tools, you're ready to go out there. So starting over again and again is really just a form of resistance. So I need to let go of the theory that there's more to learn and instead move into the world as the confident healer that I am called to be. Okay, so what is no longer serving me? And I have the 10 of Cups reversed. Now, upright, the 10 of Cups is about emotional fulfillment. It's about being thrilled and happy and having your family and dancing in the streets. The reversal can be like looking at other people and thinking they all have everything and I'm feeling bitter and left out. And that's where I would say this answers my question is, what isn't serving me? It doesn't serve me to look at other people and what they seem to have and compare myself to them and think, oh, if only I had that, and why did they get it and I don't get it? Like all of that is pulling me out of my own natural flow. It pulls me out of gratitude, it pulls me out of joy, and that's where all the juice is to my life, right? So instead of this, which is feeling bad or sad or not worthy because I don't have all of these things, it's realizing what I do have and realizing that abundance is on its way, constantly flowing to me as long as I can focus on what I'm called to do, who I'm called to be, and really being happy and having a good time with who I'm called to be. Okay, so the next question is, how can I release and let go of these energies? So if those energies are about feeling bitter and like looking at other people and feeling bad that they're in the sun and I'm in the dark, the card I pulled was the moon reversed. And what I think is really interesting because the sun, of course, is about being in the light, feeling illuminated, and the moon is actually about kind of the darker places in our lives, the things that are maybe hidden under the surface. So things that seem kind of dark or are not quite visible. And so often the moon is connected to feeling a little bit fearful or anxious, or there's mystery in the moon. But the truth is, for me, the moon is the place where I do my work. Like digging into the moon, getting into the darker places. Yeah, there are places that other people may not want to go because other people like the light better. But to me, there's a lot of beauty and a lot of nurturing in the moon. So instead of me thinking, oh, why can't I be like other people and just be happy and dance in the sun? I can realize that the moon has its own beauty and its own power to me. And actually, so many people get stuck in the shadowy places and they don't know how to get out of it. But I do, because I'm a moon walker. So embracing my truth. So the reversal of the card for me means internalizing the truth that I am called to be a moon walker. And that means I bring a certain kind of power to the world that otherwise can't be brought. And the final question is, what additional resources are available to me as I release and let go? And I have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is about someone who knows what they want to do next. It's the beginning of something new. And I do feel like I'm on the verge of starting something new and like taking action steps to be in the world. Now, Pentacles are about the earthly realm. So it's about getting into the world and doing your thing, whether that's starting a business or a hobby or just being in the world in a way that's visible. So it's not just in your head, it's not in your heart, it's about being in the world in a certain way. And I do feel like now that I'm in a position where I've released some things that don't belong to me, that maybe I'm going to have more clarity about how I'm going to be in the world in a more powerful way and in a way that really serves me and serves the world around me. So that is my full moon meditation this month. Let me know if that speaks to you and how you are connecting to any one of these cards, or if you're connecting to all of the cards. It's always fun to have friends on the journey. So have a wonderful January 1st and a wonderful super moon day. Talk to you soon. Bye.